Stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
Now the starting group for the visitors.
3 points.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
Away team ball.
Here's Schroeder, averaging around 5 points a game. With some arc, he can't get that one to fall. Here's Kalathis. Antetokounmpo outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
Now here's Schroeder. Wagner, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the three. He can't get it to go.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
From the arc. Gets the three to fall.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Schroeder with it. Pass to De Silva. Outside Schroeder. Wagner outside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wagner's got 5 points.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Antetokounmpo outside. Tries a 10-footer. Good work there as it goes.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Back to Schroeder. Deflects the pass. Here's the break. Here's Papanikolaou. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
They set the screen to the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, smooth pass there. Wagner can make the game look easy.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The lob, very well done.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Back to Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Wagner, right side. Pass to De Silva. Now Schroeder. Here's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains the triple. Schroeder's gotten his second bucket on the night.
pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
They get it back. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Up one. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Washington, and it's De Silva in at the 4. To the middle. It's stolen by Washington. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Here's De Silva. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
Antetokounmpo outside. Antetokounmpo left side. De Silva with the rebound.
Man, he looks spooked going up for that, man. You gotta go up with a little bit more confidence. You gotta say it with your chest.
Washington passes to Bonga. Back to Washington. Pass to De Silva. Lets it go from deep. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Off with the layup.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Pass to De Silva. Now here's Washington. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. On Saturday, then on Monday.
Personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team, De Silva. 2 shots.
Then he drops it first.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
He's perfect from the line this time. So it's the home team now. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought win for them. Couldn't finish the job in regulation, but things came together for them in overtime.
Felt great about their chances in overtime. It took a little extra, but they were able to get it done.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
A minute 53 left in the second period. First shot won't go. Gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. What a make! Giannis for 3!
His jump shots improve every season. Antetokounmpo's got a great rhythm on his quick release shots.
Here's Wagner. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
That is powerful.
Yes!
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. .110 left in the second quarter. Outside Schroeder to the right side. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's Kalathis. To the inside. Here's Papanikolaou. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wagner, left side. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Oh, look at Giannis power in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Now here's Wagner. He's got 9. Beyond the arc. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got Ali, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning.
You take a look at the visitors. These guys are BTH, big time hungry.
Ooh, I like that, and I'm certainly glad they. Shifting gears now, what a game we've seen from Giannis in that first half.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half also.
Thanks as always.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
The teardrop. That one's good for 2. He's got 5. Shooting very well, 62%, and going right at the defense. Outside Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. Over Antetokounmpo. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Takes a 3. No good. His first miss. He's 5 for 6 now. Out left to the wing. And the 2K leaderboard now gives us a look at the shooting percentage leaders from this past month. Second is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Papanikolaou, defended by Wagner. Antetokounmpo outside. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Here's Wagner. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Wagner's got 11.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Blocked! 2 minutes into the second half of play now.
2 minutes.
Pass to De Silva. Now here's Schroeder. Antetokounmpo covering. Schroeder against Antetokounmpo. Schroeder can't get it to go. Gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Both teams will make substitutions. A minute 29 left in the third quarter. Pass to Bonga. There's a screen. Four on the clock. From 20 feet. The shot's good. A minute 4 left in the third. Inside. Here's Papanikolaou. The rebound by Bonga. Outside Schroeder. To the wing on the left. The shot. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Schroeder's got 7.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. To win the drought. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Washington outside. Pass to Wagner. 4 seconds left. No luck on that one. And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Wagner, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Wagner with a screen. Down low. Pass to Bonga from behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. Bonga has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Kaladzikis. Oh, swiped away. And they're pushing it up. To take the lead. It's not going to go for him. Shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Oh, deflected. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Bonga. And he gets it to go. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to Schroeder. He converts the layup.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Schroeder's gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. To the middle to stop the run. Unable to get that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And they're on the break. And the foul. That one on Schroeder.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Wagner. Giannis with the rebound. Gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's good.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Wagner outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here. Yeah, and you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
At the line for 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Wagner. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, go try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to De Silva. Out to the right wing. Clock is at 3. And here's Schroeder outside. Misses the trade. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
0. 2 shots.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Inside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. He sinks the clutch free throw. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And so the home Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh, well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Diaz in at the 1. Inside, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, how about that touch on the roll by Zubac? Nice finish.
Diaz the pass to Hernan Gomez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Zubac. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
For the away team, Willie Hernan Gomez taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. Both shots good from the stripe. To the paint. Saric passes to Perkichin. Pass to Abrinas. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Here's Perkichin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Diaz. 9-point game his last outing. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Diaz. Here's Abrinas, covered by Smith. Hernan Gomez against Saric. 5 to shoot. Here's Diaz. Saric grabs the board.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Back to Hazonia. Saric outside. Pass to Perkichin. Hazonia kicks to Saric. Shot on the wing. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Here's Diaz. Back to Hernan Gomez. To the inside. Over Saric. No good from Hernan Gomez. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Perkichin, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Rubio taking his time here. Pass to Abrinas. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Abrinas has got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Perkichin can't get it to go. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Down low. Now, here's Rubio. Not a lot of room. To the middle. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
There's 10 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 6. A 3-ball. Unable to get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Rubio outside. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Rubio's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, penetrates, creates the contact. You can see that Rubio's stronger these days.
Driving inside. Pass to Smith. Here's Perkichin. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over to the away team. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Now, here's Rubio. Oh, good with the triple. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Perkichin. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Smith. For three. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
So both teams making some changes here. Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. A minute 50 left to play here in the second quarter. Now Rubio. Back to Hernangomez. And finished off by Hernangomez.
And this is what the coaches want to see more of from Willie, attacking the rim with big-time attitude.
Pass to Zubac. And here's Bogdanovic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
Here's Diaz. Hasn't made one yet.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. So both teams changing it up here. 1:10 left in the first half of the game. Over to the wing. Sharch finds Smith. Hazonia with the ball. The tie for the ball. It's stolen by Hernangomez. 3-on-3. Here's Aldama. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Screen by Sharch. At the elbow, Smith. And he drives in and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Diaz. There's a screen by Aldama. Diaz, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Comes up empty down low. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Saric kicks to Smith. Launches a 3. Headshot off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 4. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsed.
And later on, some more. Thank you for being with us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The visitors with the ball. They lead by 4. They've got Ivica Zubac. Hezonja's out there with Dario Saric. And it's Smith. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with.
And here we can check out the story on Dario Saric. Some last season stats for him. Put up 8 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
Pass to Diaz. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Back to Aldama. Here's Abrinas, covered by Smith. Abrinas' shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Saric. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Give Saric the credit for that. Boy, the defense pretty good. He was just better offensively. Nice job in the contest.
Diaz, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Diaz. Hits it from three-point range.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Saric outside. Hezonja with the ball. He has yet to score. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. To the paint. And rattles out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. Saric outside. Out left to the wing. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Down low. And he banks in the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Let's take a look at the most efficient scores in the NBA from last year's campaign. Second, Ivica Zubac.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Aldama passes to Abrinas. Back to Aldama. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Zubac. No good from Hernan Gomez. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And now, here's Hezonja. Puts one up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 2, Hezonja.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Rubio. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Abrinas. Rubio outside. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Rubio. Trains the three-pointer. Rubio's got 5.
Now, this is the area of greatest improvement for Ricky Rubio, steadily increasing that productivity from range.
Hazonia with the ball. Sharge outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Sharge has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Abrinas. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Zubac's defending. Here's Abrinas. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. For the lead, and it's good on the way in.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A three-pointer, no good. Being 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And Rubio kicks to Hernan Gomez. From beyond the arc. That shot off the mark. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Takes it off the glass.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open guy?
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's tightly guarded. Inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Out to the right wing. Shoots. Aldama with the rebound. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And stolen by Hazonia. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Stolen by Zubac. Now here is Smith. He's guarded close and finished off by Hazonia.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
There's a screen by Aldama. 5 on the clock. Here's Hernan Gomez. Sharge grabs the board. Sharge has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Zubac. Smith right side. A 15-footer. And no good that time.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Pass to Diaz. To take the lead. That shot, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the home team has possession. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Second team foul. At the line for the other home team.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
And Teron Lue calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Teron Lue calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. The visitors with the ball. "16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abrinas. It counts.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans.
Yeah, but Brian, I think it's even more mental than physical. It's the preparing for games every night, competing against the best players in the world. It takes a toll on everybody, players, coaches. You've just got to bring great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Now the starting group for the visitors.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddy. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
Doncic passes to Chanchar. Doncic against Mills. 4-3. And Luka Doncic good for three.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's Giddey. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Deflects the pass. Here's Chanchar. Ingles defending. Right side Giddey. Landale. The pass to Mills. The shot from the low post is good.
Too easy for a guy of his caliber. The D must put up more of a fight down there.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Now here's Doncic. His last outing, he had 18 points. Shoots over Mills. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Doncic has got 5 points.
And there's Luka, one of the most entertaining players in the league.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Taylor Jenkins had a few moments to share with me. I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
Okay, thank you, Allie. That shot wide open.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Pass to Doncic. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Landale. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Exum. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. He's got 5.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Inside. Blocked! 3 on 3. And the layup is good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Chanchar. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, here's Doncic. And it's Kitty with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the middle. Here's Landale. Misses in close. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Giddy. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddy is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
From deep, here's Doncic. On target from range. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Giddy with it. From outside the arc, he drops it from range. Giddy's got 5 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. They lead by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Not going to go that time. Baines with some nice D. To the paint. In transition. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. The 2K leaderboard lights up with the league's top scoring teams.
They've been having a great season on the offensive end of the floor. It never takes this team long to put big points up on the board.
Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Simmons banked it in off the glass.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
There's a screen. To the inside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Baines, a screen on Dragic. Down low. Simmons, the pass to Baines. They double him with Dragic. Here's Daniels, defended by Dragic. 5 on the clock. Back to Baines. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Simmons. No good on the quick three. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Dragic. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. Pass to Doncic. 4 on the clock. The three is up. The rebound by Simmons. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
And both free throws good for Simmons. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
They set a pick to the middle.
And you can't let Doncic get this type of positioning because then you're pretty much forced to foul him.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. That's good from Doncic. Doncic hits them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Outside Giddey. Off target at the rim.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Back to Doncic. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Nice finish from Luka.
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Mills, the pass to Giddey. Back to Mills. It's tipped. And they're running. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Ingles, he's checked in for Green. And it's tied up with that one. Gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Giddey passes to Ingles. There's the drive. Can't get it to drop.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Mills against Doncic. In the paint, Luka!
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Giddey. 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Looking to win the run. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Mills against Doncic. Over Mills. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got 8 here in this quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
He took a lot of good shots in the first half, also made some contested shots, playing with great confidence.
You know what?
Let's turn our attention to the 3. Glad you could join us.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got Patrick Mills. Joe Ingles is out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Now here's Mills, currently averaging 5 points a game. And here's a look at the shooting guards who have collected the most assists during the last month. 5th on the list, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, and this is a group that really appreciates effective ball movement. They can create for themselves or anyone else on the floor.
And to have a shooting guard who's also a high-level playmaker, it makes your team a heck of a lot harder to deal with defensively.
Pass to Chanchar. To the inside. Oh, look at Luka taking the contact and finishing strong. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach, but when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And here's Doncic. Give him 20. It's hauled in by Landale. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Exum left side. Landale inside. There's the double with Doncic. Pass to Landale. The kick out to Ingles from behind the arc. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Giddey defends. Now here's Doncic. Guarded closely. Jacks up a 3. The Luka 3. Money.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the 3. Needs to keep doing this now.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
Well, look, he's picking apart their defense. They need this timeout to figure out how to slow him down.
Both teams deciding to change it up. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Left side Ingles. Here's Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
I mean, you have to love the physicality of Simmons right there. He has the strength and size to finish that play.
Daniels is checked in for Ingles. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Tipped away. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons.
An all-defensive selection in this league. Ben Simmons has all the tools to be elite on this end.
Here's the pick. Clock at 6. Pass to Dragic. Over Green. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Here's Daniels, defended by Dragic. Inside. Here's Green, using his post moves to get the 2 points. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Green covering. Let's go with a 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage, making the defend out on the perimeter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a
And that'll do it for the third quarter. They're up by 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
For your home team, Josh Green.
And he sinks the second. Shot from the low block. Doesn't go that time. Shooting great, 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. Now Simmons. To the paint. Here's Thibault. Yes! And that's Simmons with the assist. Thibault's got his first 2 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Simmons defending. Rebounded by Baines. Here's Thibault. And he dunks it down. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Both teams will make substitutions. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Giddey defends. Pass to Chanchar. They set the pick. Doncic outside. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Right side Giddey. Nice move. And it's good on the lay-in.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
And it's Doncic missing. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Exum passes to Giddey. Back to Mills. Inside, here's Landale, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And from the moment he stepped into the league, Luka's been a big-time player.
Outside Giddey. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. You'd love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Here's Doncic. It falls! And he's tied it up! What a shot!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Outside Giddey. Oh, he nails it!
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
From deep, here's Doncic. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Giddey. And here's Mills for three. Buries it from three. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Giddey. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
And so they get the victory here at home. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what.
Down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Hernan Gomez out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. Here's Abrinas.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First team foul. For your home team, number 32, Johannes Tiemann.
Here's Diaz. Started by Schroeder. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Schroeder, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. A baseline J. That one's in, his first shot this game. Here's Diaz. Pass to Aldama. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Diaz. No good from the wing.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Schroeder. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
And never quite sure what Schroeder is going to do there. Fantastic at forcing the D to hit him while he was shooting that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Schroeder out there still hustling around. Now he uses that speed and some of his cunning to find those passing lanes.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Rubio with it. Now guarded by Schroeder, and that one drops.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's De Silva. Connects from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Aldama finds Hernan Gomez. Rubio with it. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, his first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Pass to Schroeder. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Misses from close range.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And that's the advantage you have with Ricky Rubio on the floor. Complete trust. Great pass on time and on point.
Now here's Schroeder to the inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Substitution on the court.
Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Bonga. Seaman, Hernan Gomez covering. And Garuba pulls it down. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Abrinas with the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Rubio against Washington. Pass to Bonga. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now Washington to the left wing. Wagner a screen on Hernan Gomez. And it's good, 2 points. Rubio, the pass to Abrinas. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Up 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
They've got Ricky Rubio, and it's Aldama in at the power forward. Pass to Garuba. Rubio against Washington. Shoots over Washington. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Tiemann, Hernan Gomez covering. Here's Tiemann. And the 3 off target.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Aldama. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Rubio from down in the low post. It goes.
This has always been a bit of an issue. Ricky Rubio, his finishing ability on the inside gets it done that time.
Unloads. Great look there, but off target. We're about 1.5 minutes into the second quarter now. Pass to Aldama. Back to Rubio. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Rubio's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Bounce pass, Washington. Now, Wagner. Rubio comes with the double team. Wagner passes to Washington. Fires away from way outside. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Aldama. Banked in off the glass.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Pass to De Silva. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Here's Abrinas. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Hernan Gomez a screen. Pocket 6. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
He gets it in there. Gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Diaz. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Wagner. Guarded closer, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wagner's got his first 2 points of the night. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Diaz. Shoots over Schroeder. Bank shot. No good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you. You may not be the strongest inside presence, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they...
All right, fellas, time. And that is it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. At 50% in a decent groove. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Schroeder outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Inside, it's stolen by Aldama. We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the 2 guard.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Pass to De Silva. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Here's Diaz. Started by Schroeder. It's good by Hernan Gomez. Timeout. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Looking at the numbers for Hernan Gomez, how last month turned out for him, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring, he can fill it up with the best of them.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Schroeder looking over the floor. No good on that one.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Aldama passes to Diaz. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Abrinas.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Abrinas. Here's Aldama. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Schroeder up top. Now, here's Wagner. Defense is right there. Fires it up. And it falls over the rim and in. Schroeder's got 6 points. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Abrinas. Here's Diaz. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Schroeder. Now, here's Wagner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul.
On Tuesday, then on Sunday. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Franz Wagner taking 2 shots.
That's good from Wagner.
And for his position, Franz Wagner gives you everything you could ask for. Passing, rebounding, scoring, and he competes defensively as well.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. I mean, he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got his second basket of the game. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Wagner with a screen for Wagner. Pass to Wagner. Seaman covered by Rubio. Back to Wagner. Drills the three-pointer.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Up top, Rubio. The shot from the low post is good. Rubio's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. They lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
and he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. To tie it up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
At the line for the away team, Ricky Rubio.
Line the lane. Line the lane. One shot.
And that one misses.
Such a capable floor general and a very strong defender. Ricky Rubio continues to make his impact felt in any ball club that he plays for. Tricky and fun to watch.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Rubio in at the point. And finished off by Wagner.
Going to the rack with energy. Isn't the D afraid to cut him off?
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. With the game in the balance, Coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Here's Diaz. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Abrinas. Here's Diaz. Back to Abrinas. Knocks down the 3-ball.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Wagner with it. Pass to De Silva. The 3. Armin Gomez grabs the miss. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. They grab their own miss. Aldama can't hit. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Wagner, right side. Buried from 15 feet out.
Going on the attack there. Great effort from Wagner.
1:39 left in the 4th. Abrinas with the bucket.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
Here's Wagner, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wagner's got 10 points in just the second half.
An explosive performance by Wagner tonight, showing just how dangerous he is when he's at his best.
Here's Diaz. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Abrinas. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Wagner, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's the aggressiveness they want Wagner to have. Force the defender into a tough spot.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
Kept alive. Here's Aldama. Money!
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Puts it up off the inbound. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this guy has ice water in his veins. Wagner coming through in a big way.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Puts it up from 12 and all around the rim that time before dropping in. That was a big one. You can hear it.
And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wagner. Aprinas with a rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Wagner. First personal foul. Second team foul.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul. At the line for the
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Wagner from long range. Cans the 3.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, the road team.
do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Buries it down low.
Plenty of resistance inside, but he took a good angle.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Chanchar. Now here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
To the wing on the left. Here's Smith. Fires from 14. The bank shot, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop them, and that's never an easy task.
Zubac, screen. Pass to Azonia. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. Doncic pulls down the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Covered by Smith. Back to Doncic. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
And here's Doncic outside. Gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Azonia. Smith outside. Here's Šarić. Gets to the corner and hits it.
Well, zero hesitation on that catch and shoot. Dario, not shy, playing confidently. Nicely done.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. The 3, Smith. Drops in the 3.
At his size, Dario Šarić can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Doncic outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Smith. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. He's got 5.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And the jumper from the wing offline.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
Pass to Bogdanovic. Smith passes to Bogdanovic. Smith outside. Puts up a deep three. And it's Bogdanovic that time on the assist by Smith. Bogdanovic has got his first 3 points of the game. Dragic against Smith. Back to Dragic. Pass to Chanchar. Soft touch off the glass.
Against good defense, he finds just enough room to operate.
Here's Perkichin. Outside Bogdanovic. No good on the triple.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
The kick out to Dragic. Launches a three. Knocks down the long J. Approaching the midway point of the season now, Grant. How much do players want to be named an all-star?
You know, B.A., I'd say for the young guys and for guys in their twilight years too, it means a lot. But for the guys that have done it a few times before, you know, sometimes that weekend off is a nice reset button.
Here's Chanchar. No points yet. And here the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the middle. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
At the line for the away team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Šarić outside. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Zubac. Pass to Šarić. From the arc. That one no good. Gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. From deep, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Šarić.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
43 seconds left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Šarić outside. Smith passes to Zubac. And here's Šarić for 3. And he can't get that one.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
It's picked off. All alone on the break. And he lays it in on the break. The visitors with the ball. Trailing by 2. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And it's Doncic missing. 1 second left. And no good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 2. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
You know me, I'm a stickler for rating these competitions. If I seen your dunk before, that.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see. And that is going to do it.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Shooting 40% from the field in this one. Ivica Zubac's out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Pass to Chanchar. 6 to shoot. Down low. Ball stolen. And they're pushing it up. Now Smith. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Chanchar. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Pass to Zubac. And there's a pick from 11 feet away. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Covered by Smith. Pass to Chanchar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Doncic has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, Luka not forcing his way inside, just taking that mid-range shot because that's what the defense offered up to him.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at the home team. At the midway point of the season, they're in 4th place in their respective conference. 7 games behind. Here's Smith. He's got 5. Saric outside. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Chanchar. Out left to the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Doncic on the wing. The Luka 3. Money.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
There's a minute 40 left in the 3rd quarter. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Driving in, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. And he makes the first.
Number 33.
And so he makes both from the line. Gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Pass to Bogdanovic. Now here's Zubac. Here's Perkichin to end the run. And he gets the jumper to drop. 1 minute left to play in the 3rd quarter here. With the floater, deflected.
What a great defensive play by Ivica Zubac. This guy just gives you great effort defensively.
Bogdanovic can't hit that one. got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And they pick up 2.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Perkichin. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Back to Dragic. Doesn't go for him. Shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Perkichin to tie it up. Got a hand on it. Over to the wing. Inside. And the basket by Dragic.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So both teams making some changes here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Doncic. Covered by Smith. Back to Doncic. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Pass to Zubac. Šarić with it. To take the lead. Nails the baby hook.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Šarić so comfortable on the interior.
Doncic passes to Cancar. And there's the screen.
2 minutes remaining to go. 2 minutes.
And here's Doncic outside. Counted from distance.
Are you serious? What a sweet move. Broke his ankles on that one.
To the paint. Here's Smith. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
Here's Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Pass to Smith. Takes a 13-footer. He's off on that one.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Fires it from 18. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Doncic outside. Floats one. Cash.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Pass to Smith. The 17-footer. Yes! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
all night long, the defensive intensity just hasn't been there. They got to figure it out.
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch. Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. 26 seconds left in the final quarter, and he buries it.
This guy is such a versatile big man. Dario Saric knows how to play the game. Pretty pass there.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Number 2. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Smith right side. Little turnaround. No good on the shot. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Shooting for the away team.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that puts him up 5. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. For 3, Smith. No luck on that one. And so it's a victory for the road team. And all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.
engaged. How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing, your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And Diaz in at the point guard.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
Here's Diaz. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Pass to Abrinas. Here's Diaz. Puts one up from 19. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Shoots a fader. No good on the shot. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Diaz. Here's Abrinas. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. The shot by Diaz, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I love it when Giannis is in attack mode like that and gets to the rim so quick.
Diaz the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Abrinas. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Shoots. Pass to Kalathis. Here's Papanikolaou. Takes the 3. Aldama with the rebound. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Abrinas. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Both teams will make substitutions. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. And you look at Hernan Gomez, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Already in his first season, he's really a man in the paint. Ready-made with the strength and determination to make his presence felt.
Down low, here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Diaz. Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and here's the fast break. A finish. Watches the slam dunk finish.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Here's Abrinas. He's got 5. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Here's Rubio. And he lays it straight in.
This has always been a bit of an issue. Ricky Rubio, his finishing ability on the inside, but gets it done that time.
They've got Ricky Rubio. And it's Aldama in at the four-man position. A shot that time, not on target.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Plays it up and banks it in.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Garuba. Back to Rubio. Here's Garuba. Antetokounmpo defending. Rubio the pass to Aldama. Second chance effort. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. To the middle. Now Rubio trying to find Hernan Gomez. To him, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, Ricky Rubio controls the pace of just about any game, and that gives you a chance.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Antetokounmpo, the second most votes in the Eastern Conference have gone his way. He'll be a starter for sure.
And that's a byproduct of not just his talent, but of the effort he's put in this season. Nobody works harder than this guy.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Aldama passes to Diaz. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Pass to Diaz. Launches it from deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. From 11 feet away. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Giannis that time just making the most of that play, getting the foul, still getting the shot off.
Giannis 2 shots.
That one is no good. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Abrinas with a bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Calathis. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Fires for 3. Antetokounmpo stretching the floor with the 3.
what a competitor. Giannis right back at you.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Here's the three. No good. Shot missing. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Up 6. Got a chance now to send it over. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Well, at the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forcing turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
Now let's change gear. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Pass to Abrinas. It's picked off. Here's the break. We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys, you look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Giannis. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Diaz. Sinks that one from the post. Diaz has got 5 points in the quarter.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Giannis outside. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Papanikolaou. 5 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Giannis has got 16 points.
And Giannis looking more and more comfortable each year operating from the mid-range.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to talk to his guy.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pass to Diaz. He takes it in. Drops in the layup for 2. He has 7.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Calathes. To the inside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Here's Diaz. He's got 7. Down low. Here's Abrinas. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Abrinas with a rebound. Gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Pass to Diaz. Here's Abrinas. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Abrinas has got 5 points now this quarter.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Baseline J on the way, and that one is good.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Pass to Diaz. Back to Rubio. Here's Abrinas. He's got 15. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. No good on the free throw.
For the away team, Abrinas. 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. And the home team has possession. They trail by 9 points. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
17 seconds left to play in the third. Got it off in time, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 6. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Rubio in at the 1. Launches it. Rubio with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It'll be a turnover. Substitution on the court.
And so here's the home team. 6-point game. Here's Papanikolaou. Got a piece of it. Diaz the pass to Aldama. Five to shoot. Pass to Diaz. Off target from outside. Gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And I like that Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Hernan Gomez down low. So the wing on the left. Inside, Diaz. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And he knocks down the first one.
The away team, Diaz. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
Timeout.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He begged them, don't give up. He told his guys one...
Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Diaz. 4 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez a screen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's the screen. Here's Giannis. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the left side wing. Here's Diaz. Pass to Aldama. And here is Hernan Gomez. Out to the wing. Releases. Diaz. Good. Diaz has got 11 points here in just the second half. Giannis outside. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
Here's Diaz. They get the rebound. On Gomez down low. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Hernan Gomez a screen. Here's Aldama. And a miss there on the triple.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Oh, trying for it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Can't connect from short range. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
From past the arc, places one from 3.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
This one for 3. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really...
BA. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Wagner outside. 4 on the clock. Drains the triple.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
Pass to Chanchar for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And that one's good.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
About a minute played here so far in the first. And he buries his first look.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. We talked about how exhausting it is to go up against Luka Doncic. Coach told me, quote, Luka's probably the toughest cover in the league because no one has been able to figure out a way to stop him. We have to just bring the intensity and do our best to slow him down. It's going to take a team effort to get that done. Back to you, BA.
And Allie, thanks. Here's De Silva. Wagner outside. Baseline try. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Good D by Doncic. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Down low. Here's an 8-footer. And Wagner with the nice bucket inside. Wagner's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. The shot won't fall. Doncic against Schroeder. Here's Wagner. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. He's got 7.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Doncic against Schroeder. Inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And they've got all the confidence in the world letting Luka run the pick and roll. Just a top-notch decision maker.
Here's Wagner. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
There's the horn, and it's a close game at the end of 1. And we'll return shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
But they can't afford to get complacent because of the early success. There is still a lot of basketball to be played.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Now Washington. inside. Wide open. And that's good for 2.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The shot, no good. Out to the wing. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Back to Washington. Pass to Wagner. His first shot coming late. They get the rebound. To the paint. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Mo Wagner. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Now here's Wagner. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Defended by Dragic. Pass to De Silva. With a 9-footer. And he can't bank that one in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 6 points for him.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Defended by Dragic. From the high post. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And Wagner is money from there.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Chanchar. Pass to Doncic. The 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's a tie ball game.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
So both teams changing it up here. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year.
And it was just great watching them be so assertive on the offensive glass. This is a team that trusted in their ability to keep possessions alive last season.
Pass to Chanchar. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Chanchar's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Wagner, he's open. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
Gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Doncic, no good. Gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Here's Wagner. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Now here's Doncic.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's...
And now, thanks as always.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Chanchar. Fires for three. Fires in the triple. He's got 5.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Wagner outside. Here's De Silva, and here's Schroeder, guarded by Doncic. They set the pick. Here's De Silva, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Schroeder against Doncic. Over Schroeder. Doncic throwing his weight around.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Wagner. The shot that time not on target. Shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. Here's Chanchar. To the inside. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Doncic, no good. Down low. Tipped.
Yeah, a very energetic player. Franz Wagner always seems to be searching for his next chance to impact the game.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Franz Wagner.
It's both from the stripe.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
The visitors with the ball. 2-point game. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to De Silva. Wagner outside. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. To the left side wing. Here's Chanchar. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Chanchar's got 8 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And here's Schroeder outside. Hits the trifecta.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Chanchar, good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Schroeder against Doncic. Schroeder passes to Wagner. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Schroeder. For the tie. The shot misses. Got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Doncic. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Count it.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Wagner outside. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Wagner's got 22 points.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. They're up by 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Wagner. He's out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
He's guarded by Hartenstein. Back to Dragic. There's a screen. De Silva with the rebound. Shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. Washington right side. Pass to De Silva. Wagner outside. Shoots a fadeaway. He can't get that one to fall. Shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Wagner on the wing, guarded by Doncic. And here's Schroeder outside. That shot missing. Schroeder's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Doncic outside, inside. The lob, very well done.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
Wagner inside. Shot is off. Shooting 9 for 15 in the game. Gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Pass to Chanchar. To the middle. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Wagner outside. Chalk up 2 there. Wagner's got 24.
They needed that hoop from Wagner. Nothing phases him.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special, making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Now here's Wagner. Defense right on him. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Here we go. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Feet out, and the shot is good, dropping it off the front of the rim. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter here, and here's Doncic. Takes it inside, and And Doncic with the jam.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And you can't be too physical with how you guard Wagner. That's asking for trouble.
And both free throws good for Wagner. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth. From deep, here's Doncic. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. Do you know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Tonight, Clark, this is a contest the fans will love. It should be raining threes.
Hey, who doesn't love seeing the ball go in the basket? A bunch of points being scored. Fans, players, broadcasters, you and I both, we all enjoy when teams can shoot it with some efficiency from the three-point line. Space that floor and let it fly.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Down low. Sharks, that's good.
Sharks knows he has the touch needed to capitalize inside.
Jokic high post. Tries it from 19. Sharks grabs the board. Pass to Azania. Screen by Smith. The tray. And Azania gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the drive. lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here is Smith, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Sharge. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jokic a screen. Milutinov covered by Sharge. Buries it from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Hezonja. Here's Sharge. Smith kicks to Hezonja. And here is Zubac. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. From deep. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And Hezonja gets it to go. Hezonja's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. .55 seconds left in the first quarter. Jovic passes to Bogdanovic. Off target with his 3. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Zubac. Smith outside. It's rebounded by Jovic.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Teodosic. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Bogdanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the 3. Fires away from outside. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 1. And we'll return shortly. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Now here is Smith, still without a basket. Fade away, and there's Bogdanovic. That's good on the assist by Smith. They've got Topic. Teodosic out there with Jokic. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Stolen. We've got Teodosic. He's out there with Topic. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Back to Smith. Shot clock at 6. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Here's Teodosic. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jovic, no good. Outside, Bogdanovic. Pass to Smith. Back to Bogdanovic. Smith sets the pick for Bogdanovic. The high post shot, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bogdanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Pass to Saric. Back to Bogdanovic. And here is Hazonia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home team, Hazonia, taking 2 shots.
That's good from Hazonia. And he makes both free throws. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half. Pass to Jokic. Shot to stop the run, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Jokic has a nice shot fake and did a good job that time getting the defenders up in the air and drawing the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Smith checked in for Bogdanovic. And now, here's Hazonia. 7 points in the game. Saric finds Smith for the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
To the middle. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Back to Saric, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution for the away team. Number 17. Again, number 17.
Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And it's Bogdanovic in the corner. They set the pick to the inside. It's stolen by Saric. And it's Smith penetrating. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. A 3 from Bogdanovic. And so we conclude the first half. Leading by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Seems like they can't miss. Just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fella.
And next, a look at some of the possible participants. Thanks for spending halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Has been outstanding in this game at 58%. They've got Šarić. Also, Ivica Zubac's out there. Smith is out there with Hazonia. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Milutinov. Puts it up. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
Hazonia finds Zubac. Smith outside. Pass to Šarić. Shot clock at 5. Zubac the pass to Smith. Off target from three-point range. In just 29% in this game, they are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Jokic on top. Bogdanović with it. Jokic with the screen on Smith. A 3 from Bogdanović. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And this is why Bogdanović has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now they've acquired the second best record in the conference. "90 seconds now into the second half. With the teardrop, Jokic grabs the miss. To the left side wing. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Jokic has got 6.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Šarić outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I like the way Dario Šarić plays so hard down low when he gets inside. Really good at drawing fouls because he's physical and aggressive.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
He's off on the second. Gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Pass to Jokic. Over Bogdanović. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
A nice shot by Bogdanović.
You know, making it look easy. Bogdanović stretching the floor, and then some.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Jokic. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. 11 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
There he's showing you he can run the show himself in that pick and roll. That's a nice play from Bogdanovich.
Jokic a screen. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Smith against Bogdanovich. Six on the shot clock. Smith the pass to Bogdanovich. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Up by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Hey guys, come on, let's close this quarter.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
From the arc. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And the quick release of Bogdanovich. He gets rid of that ball in a hurry.
Here's Teodosic. Pass to Jokic. Second-chance shot. Here's Jovic. Sinks the triple.
They've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here's Bogdanovich. A three-pointer off the mark. Saric against Bogdanovich. Saric looking around. Pass to Azania. Good defense by Jokic. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. So the wing on the left. Jokic makes it look easy inside.
Jokic able to play through contact and seems unstoppable when he's that close to the hole.
Pass to Azania. Now here's Zubac. Ball's knocked loose. Smith. He's off on that one. Ready by Bogdanovich. Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Pass to Smith. And just miss after miss right now.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
1:04 left in the game. No good from Zubac. In here, about 46% for the game. It's Bogdanovich on the wing, covered by Smith. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Smith. Over Bogdanovich. Can't hit from 12.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Jokic, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Here's Saric. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for the
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do.